Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 16 Week 4 Game Day. We've got an amazing one for you guys. Is number 11 East Carolina takes on number 2 Oklahoma State in what is surely going to be a game day for the ages. All of our game days so far have been pretty much incredible games in the first 3 weeks of the season. This one should be unlike any other as we've got the defensive heavy, one of the best defenses in the SFA, East Carolina, taking on Oklahoma State. While their offense is amazing on paper, they often struggle in these game day games, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, as always, guys, this is the SFA. Welcome in. It's an online dynasty. Ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in, coach the team if you'd like. Links are in any of our descriptions. We have we got the commands as well. If you're listening to the theme song, it was created by Coach Rick. Thank you, Rick. It's the FSN College Football Saturday old school intro that I grew up on, but obviously ran through that marching band app or whatever, so that it's not the official thing, but still very cool. And yeah, we'll get started here in a second once our song is done, our new intro. VODs will be available later on tonight. This full game will be available along with the highlights tomorrow on our YouTube channel. And remember, guys, recruits coming later tonight. And also, I'm leaving to go to Denver tomorrow, so this next week we're still gonna have game day next Thursday, but it's gonna be a little weird, as things will probably come out a little bit later than you're used to seeing, or a little earlier. So just stick with me through the next week. But yeah, let's get on into this matchup. As always, we're going to check out all the rosters to make sure we are good to go. We know who's playing for who. So East Carolina, no longer coached by me, Coach TC, but there are definitely still some remnants, some well-known players, some of SFA greats. As at quarterback, though, this team has some problems, as their quarterback is going to be Edwin Williams. They've not spent a lot of time on the offense since I have left this team. And at running back, Antonio Jenkins. We've seen him a couple of times. He does seem like he has a lot of potential, but once again, a low 80s running back. Not sure how he's going to fare getting the majority of the workload. And then at wide receiver, they got Kevin Moore, who was a depth receiver on the national championship team. He was like the 3rd, 4th, 5th guy. He got some targets. Luke Garrett, though, he's new. Jason Smith is new. LaRon Jordan. And then SFA player, we probably won't get to see him except on kickoffs, Easton Kuntz. And then Jason Tyler. But the man, the myth, the legend, Vlad Sexton, Vladdy Daddy. He was an instrumental part of the national championship team. He is still here. He somehow survived a transfer portal. No one took him, but so he's going to be their top target. And I think him getting involved is one of the only ways they win this game. Now, the offensive line historically has been great for the East Carolina Pirates. That was my main focus, was the trenches, building this team up from the group of 5 to the power 5, but left guard is rough. Okay at center, at right guard, and right tackle is still okay, so they're starting to fall a little bit there. So starting to find some holes, but this defense is still going strong. Arguably the best defense in the country, the highest rated defense in the country, and they just are coming off of a shutout last week. Ryan Lloyd on one side, John Marshall on the other, and in the middle you got Mario Poland and Anthony Ryan. At linebacker, this is the best linebacker core in the country. You have Nick Adams at left. You've got A.J. Flanagan. Yes, the Yam legend, one of the best players, or probably the best player on the Yams, the centerpiece of our defense, 92 overall. And Marvin Bain, 87, right outside linebacker. Tons of depth there as well. And then at corner, Bradley Edwards, Maurice Shaw, Alan Walters, and Jeverill Barker, the SFA in-game recruit that committed here. We might see him today. And then SFA player Saeed Champagne. He had the game-winning interception against LSU in the semifinal of the national championship. He is still here. And then at free safety, they got Brandon Flynn, who is a new guy. We have not seen him yet. And their kicker is sophomore Ben Dunlap, and he's 2 of 3 on the year, 92 power, not a ton of accuracy. And they're taking on the number 2 team in the country, Coach Fed, and Oklahoma State. This is the team that made the Big 12 championship last year. They made the playoff. However, they lost in a blizzard at Arrowhead to Nebraska handedly, and then they only scored 3 points against Southern Miss in the playoff in that first round in the 6-11 matchup, led by Stequavius Gates, the odds-on favorite to win the Heisman Trophy this year. 99 overall. Their running back, Huey Creed, he is back from last year. The Old Dominion transfer a couple of years ago, he is still their top running back. And then at wide receiver, they still have Adam Shelton. They did lose Tyreek Asher, one of the best SFA players we've ever seen at the position, one of the best single seasons we've ever seen. But they replaced him with the highest speed player in the class, Drew Hayes Jr. So watch out for him. He has insanely good speed, acceleration, and release. He is a deep threat master. 5'8", 170. We'll see how he plays today. And then Simon Patrick in the slot and John Henry. At tight end, they have Derek McNeil, transferred to them from Illinois a couple years ago. And the offensive line looks like this. You got Phil Kennedy. You got Harold Poof, the SFA player. You got Alan Mitchell, Oliver Jones, and Drew Jacobs. This is not a bad line, but not a great line. And they're going to have a lot of trouble with these high overall East Carolina defenders. And at line, they also have Kieran Harsky, SFA player, the freshman 4-star pass rusher. Going to be vital for them to generate pass rush, force them into in long down to goes. Lee Thomas is coming back. He had a great year last year. Terry Baker, the SFA or the Yam legend as well in the middle. So Baker going against AJ Flanagan. At linebacker, they got Derek Moore. Slam Rodriguez comes over from Clemson in the transfer portal. So we'll see what he does for them in the middle. And then Kyle Mixon. And then out wide, Tyler Thibodeau is hurt for this game, which could be really hard for them because they only have 2 good corners. So Mark Prince, Patrick Brown, Greg McClellan. And then at safety, you got Derek Hackett and John Graves. And then you'll see SFA player Kazra Ramdas playing a lot as he is that third safety. And their kicker is SFA player, the transfer from Arkansas State, Robin Edmondson, 88 overall kick. Very good kick power. He is elite. So all of that saying, we have a good game to watch. I'm projecting a very low-scoring defensive battle. We'll see if Oklahoma has fixed their problems with the offense. Like I said, last time we saw this team in a game day setting, they scored 3 points on Southern Miss. So we'll see what happens. We are going to, let me find the spread once again. Get this prediction going. So choose the outcome. It was a Baylor cover. Nobody put any points on that. But this is a 4-point favorite for East Carolina. So who covers? Do you have ECU at the -4 line? Or do you have Oklahoma State at +4? Remember, Oklahoma State has to go play Baylor next week, so this might be kind of a trap game. As remember, you don't really care as much about non-conference games this year because it's all about winning your conference for that auto bid this season. But for the Power 5, it's kind of always been about just winning your conference, so kind of hard to tell. But Sved, if you're here, let me know what jerseys you want to wear if you're here. Do I cheer for East Carolina? I mean, it's not my team anymore. So I'm a fan of... I'm always going to be cheering on players first. So AJ Flanagan, I want him to have a great game. I want Stequavius Gates to have a great game. Like, I want SFA players to do well. But if in this game, I am cheering for East Carolina. Do I want them to win another natty? I don't think so because I kind of want to be, their greatest of all time. But I don't want them to fall off like Buffalo has, for example. Buffalo's unranked. They've been gutted. I want them to still be ranked. I kind of built the program to where they can compete. But I don't want them to win, at all. But I still want them to do well, of course. So all that to say, yes, I'm still a fan of theirs. In this game, though, it's not going to be your typical TC Rager if they don't win. I won't really care if they're not winning, right? So, okay, I don't see Sved here, so I get to choose the jerseys, as Oklahoma State has some of the best jerseys in the game. So, Skyflyer, you're here. If you want to help me choose what jerseys you want to see them in. They do have some of the best jerseys out there. I think I want to... I know they have a helmet that's, so nice. It's It's like a massive Pete head. I want a Pete. They have a ton of these helmets. Shadow Pete, the orange. There it is. I love the massive Pete there on the head. Some people really like script. I mean, if you like script, but I think we want to... Big Pete with black jerseys. That is going to be awesome. Let's do that. Oh, yes, sir. So let's get those shoes black as well. Big Pete with black jerseys. That is a beautiful color for East Carolina, as always. Let's give them their blackout, but then let's give them white. All white. So their blackout helmet. Because they don't have a white helmet in this game, which is kind of unfortunate. But we'll give them all whites. And they kept the blacks. Awesome. Alright, so we're ready for an awesome game. As you can see, this is a East Carolina team that's dominated by defense. So here we go. Game day. I have my thumbnail. We're good to go. The prediction's done. I have all of the audio going. Let's get into it. So, as always, guys, we're going to watch the entire game. And then I'm going to post the game results. I'll eat dinner, and then I'll post recruits. Highlights for this game will be up tomorrow. So here we go. Oh, this is a fucking amazing jersey matchup. And guess what? This is going to be... if there's ever a time for a team to get shut out, that's one of the only things that has never happened. This is the game. East Carolina shutting out Stequavius Gates. This is an offense that is so bad live, but so good in the sim. So, we're going to see. Is Oklahoma State for real this year, or are they still a blubbering mess on offense? If you only scored 3 points last year on Southern Miss's trash defense, there's no way they score any points on the best defense in the game, right? So we're going to skip this here. Number 11 and number 2 were at Boone Pickens, right at sunset. Gates, if he lights it up today, he'll probably end up winning the Heisman. Famous last words, exactly. But that's one of the only things we've never seen in the SFA is a shutout alive on game day. So we've had 3 points a couple of times. I'm hoping for that 3-0 game. That's a scoreagami I'm still hoping for. But here comes Stequavius Gates. We know how he is in the sim. He lost his best receiver of his career, but he gained Drew Hayes Jr., the 99 speed. He's the little guy in the slot there. We'll see how he plays. So, first play of the game, they're going to audible Drew Hayes to the top of the screen. 1st and 10 here. Gates. They hold well. Yams it deep. First play, and it's tipped away. What a play there. It's A.J. Flanagan, the Yam legend, baby. Wish he made that kind of a play for the Yams, but last season he broke his neck, and then he's coming back. Now he's playing. So he was out for the year last season for East Carolina. So 2nd down, it's going to be a keeper for Gates. You know he loves to run, but he doesn't do much here. He gets about 5. But nice deflection to start the game. Early 3rd down for East Carolina. Remember, this is even a defense that's better than when I was there, overall-wise. I never had 95 defense, I don't think. But 3rd down. Gates over the middle, hits his man, and he hangs on. It's Adam Shelton for the first. Beautiful 3rd down conversion there. The drive continues. This band is cooking in the background. 1st and 10. Gates dumps that off, and Derek McNeil doesn't get much. A.J. Flanagan gets out there. A.J. Flanagan, one of the fastest linebackers in the country. Great pursuit. Can cover a ton of ground. Just an all-around amazing linebacker. 2nd and 10. Hands it off here to Huey Creed. Breaks a tackle and stiffies a man, and he only gets a yard. Remember, Huey Creed recruited by Skyflyer at Old Dominion. His brief tenure there and transferred to Oklahoma State 2 years ago. Sorry, yeah, I have to have it on. It's way too hot for me to do this without it. But, if you can hear it, which I know you can, let me turn down my voice a little bit. Hopefully that helps. So 4th and 1, they're going to go for it here early. Throws that short end down. What a tackle catching it, Lonnie Powell. Sved dipping into his basket here on this one. The tackle making a catch. Big boy first down is right. So they drive continues. Man in motion, it's Drew Hayes. They're running triple option with them. I love that. A.J. Flanagan. And oh no. Oklahoma State's already in scoring range. First drive, are we going to see Oklahoma State score? 2nd and 5. Man in motion, this Shelton. Triple option again, hands it to Creed. Up the gut, runs over a man! They're inside the 25! Putting my foot in the mouth in this pregame speech saying this team's not going to score any points. They're already threatening the red zone. Huey Creed, and he goes nowhere on that one. John Marshall on the tackle. Brand new defensive line. No longer any SFA or TC players from that era. They've all moved on. 2nd and 11 for Gates. They're going to throw it, only a 4-man rush. Yams it deep, and it's tipped away. Saeed Champagne had his chance. He should have had it. The second deflection of the drive. 3rd and 11. Gates has plenty of time. Hose over the middle again. Caught! Drew Hayes lays out the freshman. What a throw. What a catch. What a drive to start the game. They're inside the 10. Man in motion. They can still get a first down, though. Triple option for Gates. He keeps it. He goes up the gut, and he gets 5. What a start for Gates. New year, you knew me, he says. Lets the media talk their talk. 2nd and 4. That right side looks free. They hand it off to the outside. Down Creed goes. He couldn't turn the corner. 3rd down. Can Oklahoma State punch it in? They've taken half the quarter on this drive alone. 3rd and 3. Gates. It's a handoff to Creed. Touchdown, Oklahoma State! What a drive to start the game for number 2. And I called my shot. I said Oklahoma State is not scoring today. And what do? A 4.5-minute drive to open the game. Unreal. As, yes, this is one of the big upsets on the day. Number 3 Cincinnati goes down to Navy. We also saw Ohio State, number 5, lose to Cal at home as well. So we're going to have a lot of movement here. Minnesota gets a big win over Penn State. And Tulane keeps pace as the best team in the Conference USA. Prime for that auto bid to the CFP. So here we go. East Carolina comes out onto the field. And I got to say, you got to throw it to Vlad Sexton, big old number 1, or you got to keep it on the ground to Antonio Jenkins. That's how you win this game. And they're going to start it off with a run for Jenkins, and he explodes for a first. Definitely a weird feeling not being the coach anymore. As Vlad Sexton, got to watch out for him, the tight end. 1st and 10, they're stacking the box, hands it off to Jenkins. He goes nowhere. It's Slam Rodriguez, the transfer from Clemson, making the play. Oklahoma State, definitely one of the things they wanted to get better at was defense this season. Going out and getting a star middle linebacker, definitely helping. 2nd and 7, handoff here. And Jenkins falls forward for 6, so it'll be a 3rd down. Early 3rd and 1 here for East Carolina. Definitely do not want to go 3 and out. 1st and 1, or 3rd and 1, over the middle, and what a bad pass from Williams. Nobody in sight. So here comes the punt unit. Maybe it's East Carolina that's not going to score a point. How funny would that be if it's East Carolina that doesn't score today? So this game not going the way I thought it would go at all, as Ross Bell returns it for 12 yards. Very interesting start here today. First and 10 here for Gates as he hands it off to the outside. Huey Creed, and it gets 2. He gets 2. They're loving the run, but being more balanced than they normally are. Normally, they don't give Gates a lot of throws. 2nd and 8 now. It's going to be a draw for Gates. He pushes outside, and he goes nowhere. So it looks like East Carolina is making the plays, made the adjustments on the sidelines. 3rd and 9. So chance for East Carolina to get off the field for the first time today. They are going to audible. It's Gates. They bring a corner blitz. He's going to get there. Ball on the ground, but they call it incomplete. So the punt unit will come on out. These corner blitz raving havoc today. I don't know for sure, and I don't know if there's a way for us to look it up. I don't remember one happening off the top of my head. Oh, is that one does not go well. I think maybe we had a Michigan-Ohio State 1v2 matchup. I know it's happened at least once. I don't know for sure, though. 1st and 10, handoff, Edwin, and throws that into the turf. His first 2 throws have been horrific. Absolute travesty here for Edwin. He had a behind-the-back one, and now that. 2nd and 10. Not looking good for the Pirates. Handoff here, Antonio Jenkins goes nowhere. Oklahoma. Kazra Ramdas, the SFA player, makes the tackle. If I'm Oklahoma State, I'm stacking the box with 8, begging East Carolina to beat me through the air. And make sure you just put a guy on Vladdy Sexton. So 3rd and 11. East Carolina. Yams it deep. And 1-on-1, and it's tipped away by Prince. Another 3 and out. East Carolina may not score a point today. So here comes Oklahoma State now on the return. They will get to return this as Ross gets maybe 6. So here comes Gates for his 3rd drive. They had a 4.5-minute touchdown and a 3 and out. See if they can figure out how to move the ball. Drew Hayes, top of your screen, the 99 speed freshman. Gates, clean pocket. He takes off, though, and he goes down, and he gets maybe 2 before Lloyd tracks him down. 2nd and 8 now is East Carolina has 19 total yards. Into the pistol. Safety's coming on down. Saeed Champagne. He comes on a blitz. He takes off, and Gates gets slaughtered in the middle. That is, that's one of the linebackers here. Massive hit on Gates, and he's still down. He slowly pops up there after Adam gave him the boom, Nick Adams. So 3rd and 6, another 3rd down. Trying to avoid a 3 and out here. Gates throws that deep, it's intercepted! East Carolina's going the other way! The first big mistake, and it goes to OK State. Bradley Edwards brings it down. Trying to find Shelton. So East Carolina now gets it in plus territory. Like I said, if they want to score today, it's going to be needing to be like this. Short field. Can ECU move the rock? They bring a blitz. He throws it over the middle, hits his man, broken tackle, one play, touchdown! On your dome, Jason Smith. Oh boy, we might have a game. What a play from East Carolina. They find the mismatch, one-on-one on the slant, beats him over the middle, breaks the tackle, touchdown Pirates. Man, I wish I was still coaching, because that would have been electric if I was still the coach. That sequence, the interception to the one-play tutty. 7-7. But I do not miss anything else that came with my side of being a coach, like how I had to recruit, how I had to do everything. So, no. 1st and 10, handoff to Huey Creed. He stiffies a man, and he gets 7. Very interesting start to this game. It seemed like Oklahoma State was going to run away with it here. But 2 plays, and we're back to even. Gates, play action, finds his man wide open, Adam Shelton. Big time first down there for Stequavius Gates. He's 6 of 10. There you go, Sky. That is a pro strategy. Split backs. Huey Creed gets it. Oh, what blocking! Huey Creed for 17. I guess I wasn't familiar with the run blocking of this offensive line. Sealing up both of the first 2 levels. I got some play action, wide open man, broken tackle, and another big play. Simon Patrick. So 3 straight plays netting over 15 yards. Oklahoma State cooking now. Looking explosive. This is the first time I've watched Gates and he look explosive. If you remember, they had that 6-0 loss to Nebraska on BearCave. Last season, obviously in the playoff, that 14-3 game. As this will be the last play of the first quarter as Creed goes down this time. So at the end of 1, we're even, but it has not been even whatsoever. Lopsided towards Oklahoma State, but an interception and a long touchdown, and we got a tie game. So we flip the field now, 2nd and 8 for OK State. They come out empty. Drew Hayes, bottom of the screen, number 80. Free blitzer, and he goes down. Saeed Champagne gets the sack. The SFA player, safety, always makes big plays. He dropped the interception, though, in the first quarter. So 3rd and 15 at the 22. They have to get to the 6-yard line here. Gates in shotgun. 3rd and 15. They bring a blitz. It's picked up. It's closing fast. Another sack. 4th and forever. They're going to have to bring out Robin Edmondson, the Arkansas State transfer. We'll see if he can nail the field goal. This one will be about 47 yards from right hash. Can they put up 3 and retake the lead? The kick is up. It's big time boom right down the middle. Nice field goal for them. So here comes East Carolina. They had one big play to get a tie game. Now they got to do it again. Handoff here, and that goes nowhere on the first play. Negative yardage for Jenkins. Yeah, I mean, Stet would be a top 5 pick. As Edwin now. They hand this one off, and broken tackle, but Luke Garrett can't get anything going. So a third and forever now for ECU. Third and 11, Edwin Williams is the quarterback. Over the middle, and that's to nobody. My goodness, Edwin Williams. 1 for 5. His only completion was a 42-yard touchdown. What in the world? Definitely one of the more eccentric quarterback performances we've seen, at least to start a game, is Ross. Oh, he gives us a spin. Beautiful return there for 12 by Bell. So handoff now as that goes nowhere for Creed. Second and 10 here. Counter to Creed, and he gets 3, brought down by the linebacker. Third and 7, though. It's going to be a screen pass. They do connect, but he goes down. What a play from the defensive end. So fourth down, the punt unit is on the field. And that can be a touchback. Sorry, I'm checking in for my flight here. One second. How do I add this? All right, quick option for Williams, and he goes nowhere to start the drive. All right, cool. I'm all checked in for my flight. Doing 2 things at once. Second and 13, man in motion. And that is Slam Rodriguez making a play in the backfield. Once again, going to the wide receiver on a run game. Slam Rodriguez snuffing that stuff out. This arguably is a top-tier middle linebacker battle between A.J. Flanagan and Slam Rodriguez, as it's 3rd and 15 now. Can East Carolina extend the drive? Yams that deep, hits his man! Another bomb on your dome, Jabroni! Touchdown, East Carolina, 85 from Kevin Moore. He's 2 of 6 and 2 tutties. What are we witnessing? Edwin Williams, baby. Is this Caleb Williams? He's 2 of 6 with 2 long bombs. What is happening? Unreal. And Oklahoma State definitely missing Tyler Thibodeau, their star corner. See, he's not playing in this game. The lack of depth is showing here for the Cowboys. What a first half this has been. East Carolina, 2 big plays, has the lead, even though they definitely should not. Once again, Oklahoma State not looking great on offense. So 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys. Can they find a way to avoid letting this snowball? It's, oh my God, what a hit. Nick Adams, one of the best linebackers in the country. He has killed Gates twice with these hit sticks. 2nd and 14. Somebody check Gates for internal bleeding. They're going to the press now, 2nd and 14, begging OK State to test them deep as they hand this off. And Huey Creed, he finds some room and a big hit. He hits 10. What a run there, finding the open hole, but a massive hit there from Saeed. East Carolina looking good here tonight. They haven't really been tested yet. 3rd and 4. Snap to Gates. He's empty over the middle, and Flanagan, they give him the first. Henry stretches. The chains move. So Stet having a great start here, 9 of 13. Flanagan already at 6 tackles. 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff now to Creed again. Broken tackle, and he falls forward for 9. This is big news if Huey Creed's taken this big of a step forward. Last year, he was fed a massive portion, and he didn't really do much with it. Today, he's averaging 5.5 on one of the best front sevens in the country, as now he gets another first. Up to 79 yards, 5.6 a carry. This is a 95 overall defense he's doing this on. This is very, very nice work for Oklahoma State. Very promising. So we're inside 4 minutes. Give me a quick option. Don't love this, but Gates keeps it, breaks 1, and gets outside. He gets 1 total yard out of it. 10 rushes for 1 yard. Congratulations. 2nd and 9 now. Split backs for Gates. And they bring it all out. Blitz, they get to him, but he gets it off. A stiffy from Creed, and he gets 12. Just great vision there from Gates to find Creed, and Creed creating extra yardage there in business. Quick option yet again. Gates keeps it. He evades 1. He is a bit shifty for his size. Definitely surprising speed. He'll catch you if you let up on him. 2nd and 6. Split backs again. Inside 35, they bring a blitz again. He yams it deep. Oh, it's almost intercepted. Bradley almost had his 2nd. That time they hurried him up into a bad decision. 3rd and 6. Can they do it again? He yams this to the corner. Open man, 1st down. It's Henry again. What a drive Oklahoma State's putting together here. So 1st and 10 now here. Split backs inside the 20. Gates has time, floats that out, and that's just out of bounds. As we approach the 2-minute marks, both teams have their full timeouts. We're at the 19. Split backs yet again. They're loving this. Creed in battle. They bring the all-out blitz again, and it's A.J. Flanagan. Another sack. They're just spam calling over Storm Brave. That's my call. 3rd and 17, though. We got the 3 down linemen. They're empty. A corner blitz over the middle. Big hit. John Henry can't get anything. So the field goal unit has to come out now to try and pull within 1. Here's the kick, it's up, and it's good for the Cowboys. Yeah, Mango, I think the problem with that game, a lot of it is the coverage. You know what I mean? So, yeah, an 80 overall quarterback, if you really think about it, is not going to... I mean, college quarterbacks sometimes have really bad games, right? So, I think that's all right. Yeah, let me know once you find something. Because I am interested in going back to the new game for Season 17, but we'll see. Vladdy Sexton gets a carry. Oh, big Vladdy, and they bring him down. He only gets 2. I don't know who TJ Finley is, but yeah. Sounds pretty gross. Second and 8 over the middle. Finally hits a man over the middle is Luke Garrett. So unfortunately, Edwin Williams doesn't keep his touchdown streak. He had two completions for like 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. First and 10, Edwin Williams dumps this off to Jenkins. He's starting to put something together here. See if they can move the ball. Delayed give over the middle. Hits his man. Nice play there. Jason Smith. So they hurry it up now. First and 10 across the 50. 46 seconds left. Williams over the middle. Once again, that is Antonio Jenkins. He gets 5. They call a timeout. 40 seconds left. Second and 5. Williams, and he runs into a sack. So they had to hurry it up now inside 30 seconds. Everybody has to run back. It's third down. Can ECU find points here? Over the middle, has to make a play, and he doesn't. Kevin Moore. So will they go? They're going for it. So Oklahoma State calls a timeout for ECU, thinking they'll punt, and they're going for it. So here's the snap. They're out empty. They bring the blitz. He floats, and it's caught! The half was over if Oklahoma State didn't call the timeout. A blunder could lead to points for ECU. It's first and 10. ECU yams it deep. Vladdy Daddy, he's out of bounds. Ooh, Florida 5. That's accurate. Second and 10. Trying to get closer for a field goal here. Over the middle. They're going to get closer for Jason Smith. And they use that last time out. So they bring out the field goal unit here. It's going to be 45 yards. To try and retake a 4-point lead at halftime. And it's good. So we got 4 seconds left here in the half. East Carolina leads 17-13 in what I thought would be a defensive battle. That's why I should not be betting on games. Mango, is the Game Day broadcast still like hyper fast? Like there's no presentation on mine. You know what I mean? As we hit halftime, folks, number 11 East Carolina leads 17-13 over number 2 Oklahoma State. Yeah, East Carolina has the big play working for them. They should not be in this game. Outside 2 big plays, they have 3 points. Yeah, that's what kind of bothers me, but it's not the worst thing in the world because it's like hyper fast. We just got to get the play count down, right? All right, so here comes East Carolina in the second half. Ah, fuck. Sorry, my alarm was to remind me to check in for my flight. That shit scared me. All right, empty set to start the half for ECU. It's a QB draw for Edwin Williams. He gets 5. I mean, 15 minutes, 10 accelerated clock. Yeah, there's a wait. Is there no pop-ups, Mango, for like where guys are at? I just gotta fucking know everything. That's so dumb. Cause I thought it flashes on the bottom of the screen, like not like this one, but on the edges. So 3rd and 10 here for ECU. Over the middle, another missed throw from Edwin Williams. So here comes the punt team. Oklahoma State gets the stop they needed to start the half. Oh, and almost blocked. And nice return again. They'll start around the 50. So here comes Taquavius Gates. He has been slandered throughout his career. Probably why he lost the Heisman Trophy last season. Trying to get a game day win. 1st and 10, and we start with a false start. Come on, boys. Out of half. Yeah, I mean, but the thing about two offensive teams like that, like it could be like one of those old school Baylor TCU games, right? That go 63-56. Like it's accurate in college ball. There's so much more disparity, like crazy things that happen that I'm not too worried about like outliers like that because it is realistic for there to be outliers. Like we just saw South Alabama score like 87 on Northwestern State. 2nd and 5 now here for Staquavius. Give me a handoff to Creed. He goes outside. He finds room. Cuts upfield. What a cut! And he gets inside the 30. Juke the safety out of his shoes. First and 10. Gates finds his man. It's once again Lonnie Powell, this big fatty tight end. I think it's a depth tackle playing out there. His 2nd catch of the day. Let him cook. So 2nd and 5 now for Oklahoma State. Gates keeps it. He cuts upfield. He gets a block. Oh my, inside the 10. Oklahoma State has found an offense. Yeah, I don't like the completion percentages. 1st and goal. Can they reclaim the lead? Oh, quick toss out to Creed, and he goes nowhere. -6. It's Nick Adams. I don't think we've ever seen that play ran. A quick pitch out. I don't think we've ever seen that. That's hilarious. Yeah, very Mahomes he is. Another sack down by the goal line. How many times has Gates been sacked near the red zone? Ridiculous. This team is going to get stuck with another field goal. Thank goodness they got Edmondson. As 3rd and goal from the 20. Gates. On the run. He throws it and hits his man, Derek McNeil, but he's out at the 5. So here comes another field goal shot to pull back within 1. The kick is up, and it's good for State. Interesting that this is the score that the SMU North Texas game ended at, 17-16. See, that's accurate. I mean, Jackson Arnold throwing that much, you know what I mean? That's an accurate stat line. I mean, obviously touchdowns are volatile. It just depends on the receiver, right? But 1st and 10. Edwin dumps this off to Antonio Jenkins. Hasn't had a great game today. For sure. Yeah, once you get down inside the 20, man, that 95 really shows, especially in the front 7. 2nd and 3. They're out empty again. This is one of those situations they'd love to get it to Vladdy Daddy. They're not going to go to him here. Finds his man over the middle. That's LaRon Jordan, his first catch of the day. 1st and 10 at the 43. Split backs here for the Pirates. They have the lead, hand this one off, and nothing doing, -3 for gains. Well, Nussmeier, after watching him against South Carolina, that is very accurate. Dude is a dummy. 2nd and 13. Keeper for Edwin. He finds some room to the edge, and he gets slaughtered. So 3rd and 8. They hand it off to Jenkins, and he spins, and they call him short. I don't know about that. That's a hometown call. Wait, the CPU actually does the juke moves and stuff? Okay. Hype. That's interesting. Yeah, giving elusive backs the ability to actually use their elusiveness is game-changing. You know what I mean? Also, like the cornerback, wide receiver interactions, that kind of stuff. So can Oklahoma State finally take the lead here? They had the lead at 10-7 and haven't had it since. Man in motion. They got to settle for 3 field goals. He flips this one late and broken tackle. There they go. Can they catch him down the sideline? Broken tackle again. And finally caught by who else but Nick Adam. Simon Patrick for 65 right to the forehead. What an explosive play. Multiple broken tackles. Unreal. Oklahoma State, man, they have found themselves an offense. They are handing it to, really throttling the best defense in the game. They just got to score. 1st and goal. The handoff to Creed. Up the middle, goes nowhere. 100 yards, though, for Huey Creed today. 2nd and goal. They've had real struggles inside the 20, punching it home. They're empty for Gates. 3-man rush to the corner, wide open, but it's a floaty. That was going to be a touchdown if you put that on a rope. 3rd and goal for State to avoid another field goal. Gates has time over the middle. Touchdown! Shelton gives them the lead. What a drive. So they're going to go for 2. No, they're not, I guess. They're going to take the extra point. And they get 6. I mean, some games just shouldn't be close, Mango, you know what I mean? Like, those are realistic. Like, didn't Texas beat Colorado State in real life, like, 50-0? Yeah, I mean... And Michigan, knowing real life, they are falling off a bit. So, Fresno State having a good game there. That game was close into the fourth quarter. So, 1st and 10, East Carolina once again down. Every time they've been down today, they've come back with a big play. Can they do it again? Jenkins to the outside. He gets 6. Plenty of time for both teams here. No need to rush if you're East Carolina. I mean, is that the worst, though? You know, obviously it should happen. And with, like, roster tweaks from SFA players, that will change, but... Broken tackle from Jenkins. Gonna be 3rd down. Massive chance for Oklahoma State to get off the field and a chance to extend the lead. This is a huge play. East Carolina is 1 for 7 on 3rd downs today. What can they do? Quick option for Edwin. Can he get outside? No, he's short! Oh, no. Oh, I mean, you can't edit NIL players, Sky. And so I don't want to get through like 80 SFA players and then find out somebody doesn't have a wide receiver that I need, right? So, and Mango, can I change the year of players? For, I don't think you can, so it's going to be weird. Like, what if a team doesn't have a senior that I need, right? So that's going to be a problem, is eligibility. But can I change positions? Yeah, okay. So I should be able to find some senior on any team, right? Or some junior, a freshman, or a sophomore. Yeah. 2nd and 11 now. State trying to extend the lead here. They are up 6. Quick option. That goes nowhere. First to Quavius Gates. Man, this defense needs to step up. They gave up a big hitter last drive. They've got to come through now. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. Oklahoma State takes their first lead since the 1st quarter. We're in for a good finish, as always. Game days have been great this season. My question is, Mango, is will the player model change? I don't care about equipment and stuff, but will the player model change? Like, from a defensive tackle to a wide receiver? Will I just have a fat ass running out there? He's got 3rd and 14 for Gates. He escapes. It's another sack! He loses 9. Okay, good. Because that's what bugged me before I figured out how to change it. As we got an injury. Is Gates hurt? So we're going to have to wait and see on the injury now. As we'll get a returnable punt. This could be horrible for number 2. As look at the play disparity. Oklahoma State's dominating time of possession today. And luckily for Gates, it's only elbow brucitis, so he should be back. Just a little bruise. Little stinger. So Edwin now. He's going to go down. Ball's on the ground. Oh, baby, they have it. They're going the other way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lee Thomas on your dome. And that just might be the dagger. Bang! I love watching fun plays, baby. I mean, is the FCS glitch still in there where they have an injury every play? Yeah. 30-17 now. ECU might be in shambles. This game has quickly gotten away from them, especially with the quarterback fumble. They've got 8 minutes to right the ship. No pun intended. We've not seen Vlad Sexton get involved really today. He's had maybe a couple of targets. Hand off now to Shelton. He stiffies a man. He gets 3. But this is the problem for East Carolina. When you're so defensive heavy, when you have something like this, where you give up one big play and then you give up a defensive touchdown, now you may not be able to bring it back. So Edwin, he's going to keep it here. And, oh, what a move from Edwin! Cock-a-doodle-doo! First and 10 now for East Carolina. Desperate to get in the end zone as quickly as possible here. Welcome in, Flame. Handoff. I would say East Carolina is still an elite program because of this defense. They wouldn't fall too far after this loss, I'd imagine. But the offense needs help. If they need some desperate work. They've gotten a couple big plays today, but unable to sustain a drive as they audible here. Edwin, he floats out over the middle, tipped away, almost intercepted. So 3rd and 13 now for the Pirates. You can feel this game slipping away. Handoff is a delay give, and that's not going to do anything. You got to think they got to go for this. If you're going to do a draw, you got to think they're going to go for it. And no, they bring out the punt unit. What? Oh, no. Oklahoma State can start running clock. This is going to be the end. Unless they are able to, like, pin him deep here, and he fields this at the 10. Big hit, but Ross Bell hangs on. Yeah, if AI play calling is good. Like, there's so many just little quality of life things that took them, like, 10 years to fix, but they did fix them, right? So, the game is better. You know. So, I'm sure with some sliders, it'll be fun. So, 1st and 10 now. Can Oklahoma State finish this game? We'll see if they decide to run clock here. Well, I mean, like, we're slowly fixed in Madden over the years, you know what I mean? 2nd and 7. Yeah, you can't really get around that. I like the overtime in college. 2nd and 7 here. To the outside, and a big-time play by the edge rusher there to keep this game in reach. But, I mean, if you're actually playing, like me and Skyflyer, I remember how intense that game was. I was Colorado. I don't remember who you were, but it went to, like, 4 overtimes. 3rd and 6. Yeah, that was very stressful, and I choked. I couldn't handle the heat. All right, so this is really the game. East Carolina desperately needs a stop. Can they get it? 3rd and 6. Cates, all the time in the world. Dumps that short, and he's out of bounds. Clock stops. That's huge. Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of making them go for 2 like they did, right? But I don't like the 2-point conversions. Maybe if they, instead of doing 2-point conversions, if they did it from the 5. Because I feel like that's a better, because 2, you can't run pass plays. a lot of your pass plays. If you did 5 yards, it would open up the playbook a lot more. I think would make things a lot more fair for both style of offenses. So 1st and 10, crunch time for the Pirates. They've got to score, and they got to score in a hurry. They hand this one off to Antonio Jenkins, who finally gets a nice play. He's been held at bay today. They're at the 50, though. They need to score in a hurry. They're hurrying it up. Vlad Sexton in the slot on a linebacker. Edwin over the middle hits Antonio Jenkins. That will not be a first down. The clock continues to run. Second and 1. Sexton at the top of your screen again. Edwin keeps it, and he gets the first. No, he goes back. He breaks another. There goes Edwin, baby. What a run. This man is diabolical. Not a brain in his body, but he balls. 1st and 10. Edwin yams it deep. My God, that's to the bleachers. What in the world? 2nd and 10. Man in motion. They hand it off. Cuts up field. Clock continues to run. You gotta hurry it up. Gotta hurry it up. Remember, you gotta score before you lose any timeouts. 3rd and 5. Edwin. Man in motion. It's Vladdy Daddy. Clock's running, though. 3rd and 5. Edwin. Crossbody. Incomplete. You got to go for this. It's a 2-score game. 4th down, out empty for Edwin. Game on the line. Edwin has time. Edwin, he's going to run out. He goes down. He doesn't even throw it. Edwin Williams folding. An East Carolina quarterback classic, folding in the red zone. Everybody but Tavarius Trace. And this just might be another tragic regular season loss for the East Carolina faithful. Yes, they have a natty, but they've experienced some heartbreakers over the years in the regular season. This is one of them. Got to think they're going to use those timeouts now. Second and 2. Gates, he hands this off to Battle. They got to make a play, and they do. A.J. Flanagan. So 3rd and 3. Game is officially on the line. Can East Carolina get the ball back? Hands it off. Nobody in sight. Stiffy's a man. Push back. Another one. Huey Creed wins the game for State. What a big boy run there to clinch it. Another handoff to Creed. He gets 7. Nick Adams brings him down. That's the last time out. Second and 3. Creed. What a move to the outside. Another stiffy and another first. It could be victory formation soon here for Oklahoma State. Another handoff to Creed. Big hole, big run. Another 12. Well, yeah, you definitely can't look for the pass and still throw it. It's a pick 6 every time. So victory formation for the Cowboys. And this is truly something, a sight to behold. 30 points for Oklahoma State, 23 from the offense. And as we hit triple zeros, the Pokes do it. They take down East Carolina at home 30-17, and in the process prove everybody wrong that doubted their offense. 30 points right to the dome, 23 from the offense, 1 defensive touchdown, as number 2 Oklahoma State remains undefeated. And that means next week it'll be number 1 Baylor against number 2 Oklahoma State live on BearCave. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I have a PlayStation. PS5, baby. So OK State gets it done. They'll go to 4-0. I mean, I don't know what that means. Remote play on PC? I mean, like, I don't know, but I have my, I have an Elgato, and I just record in OBS for Yams episodes, so I don't need a remote play feature. I have an Elgato. So, like, technically I could play it from my PC, but there's a delay. So here's the scoring summary. Got Huey Creed. I mean, ECU, they had a couple big-time plays in the first half. The second half, they just couldn't get anything going. And then, obviously, giving up defensive touchdowns can't help you either. Edwin Williams, 13 of 22, 203, 2 touchdowns. Had an okay day, missed some wide-open man that ruined some drives. Got sacked a couple of times, but the big problem was the fumble that kind of ended the game. Antonio Jenkins, not a great day for him. And they didn't even get a catch for Vlad Sexton. You got to get him involved, man. And blocking-wise, I mean, they had a couple of sacks. A.J. Flanagan, though, he gets 12 tackles. 3 TFLs for Marshall. Nick Adams, one heck of a day. He was killing it all around. And they had 5 total sacks. But that was still not enough. They only had 1 turnover today. One turnover. They had a couple deflections. But what a game for this offense. DeQuavius Gates, man, wasn't even all that great in the past. I mean, 17-23 is great. But 132 yards, big play, quarterback, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not his best, but they ran the ball at will against this front 7. 20 carries for 1 yard is just diabolical work, honestly. But passed the ball around quite a bit, made some great conversions when they needed it. Definitely need to work on the pass protection, but the run blocking was great. A lot of TFLs. They held ECU's run game at will. They got some key sacks. Kieran Harsky, the SFA player, making some plays. Lee Rodriguez, Lee Thomas with the fumble recovery. Couple deflections. And the fumble was Kieran Harsky, the SFA player. And then Lee Thomas picked it up, ran it all the way back. So that's going to do it. I do not have a cat. Not El Gato. Terrible joke, Fi. Boo. Boo. All right, so before we get out of here, let's take a look at the players of the game. Remember, guys, I'm gonna post all the game results from BearCave and Gameday. I'll take a break for about 20 to 30 minutes to eat dinner, and then I will come back and post recruiting. I didn't have to do any visits or anything for BearCave games, so recruits are ready to be posted, ready to go. I'll do that as soon as I can. VODs will be available tonight for all the streams, and then highlights for this game will be up tomorrow. And just a reminder, I am going out of town tomorrow, so things might come a little bit later than usual this week, but we are still on track for game day next Thursday. And SFA, baby. Love it, love it, love it. We are back. Another great game day. And we got a 1 versus 2 matchup next week between Oklahoma State and Baylor. Oof.